sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hinei matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
How good it is for us to be together, not just to celebrate Shabbat, not just to celebrate incredible simcha, as tomorrow Elijah will become bar mitzvah. Not just because we are celebrating the incredible opportunity to be together in community, but we are also able to celebrate our 10th graders as they confirm their place as confirmands in our congregation. You're going to hear a lot from them, and I'm not going to take away anything from what they're going to say. But know that this has been an incredible year. Rabbi Navarez and I have had the incredible honor of working with each of these students, and boy, is the Jewish world and the world in general lucky that these incredible young adults are coming into this crazy, crazy world. Rabbi Jason Navarez, I'm Rabbi Cantor Jeremy Gimbel. You will notice that Rabbi Cantor Arlene Bernstein is not here. She's taking a well-deserved night off, a Shabbat off, as she well deserves. And we also want to welcome all of you who are here, as well as all of those who are joining us through the miracle of modern technology, YouTube. So if everyone could look at the camera in the back and wave Shabbat Shalom. We're so glad to all be together to create this community all together from as far away as the V and as close as Bogota. To help us frame this service, we'd like to invite up Ella and Abigail.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Ella Berkowitz, and this is Abigail Wiseman, and we are here to welcome you to tonight's service on behalf of the confirmation class of 5784.
Our focus for the year was our blended Jewish identities, which our confirmation class has helped us to enrich and develop over the past year through trips and our meetings each week.
We all have many different experiences outside of religious school, such as camp, sports, trips such as Letaken or the Dominican Republic, and more, which have all shaped our identities. But being here with everyone has also played a special role.
Some of us have been here since birth, while others have joined much more recently, but nonetheless, we have all shared our Tuesday nights this past year as a group together, bonding over our shared Jewish culture.
As you will see, we will each add a flower to the vase as the service progresses. These flowers each symbolize our individual Jewish identities that we have nurtured through our lives, but tonight we put them all together in a vase.
This represents not only our individual growth, but also the growth that we have experienced as a group through our discussions and activities during the past year.
Over the course of the service that we lead tonight, our beautiful bouquet will grow and expand just like each of our Jewish identities, and our group has developed, especially over the past year.
We would like to thank Rabbi Cantor Gimbel and Rabbi Navarez for guiding our journey over the past year, everyone in our class for making this year as amazing as it has been, and everyone here tonight for listening to our confirmation recap. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
To help us light our Shabbat candles, I'd like to invite up Elijah and his family. Our blessing for candles can be found on page 2. As they come up, you will notice that we have 4 Shabbat candles. We have our 2 that we light every week, as well as an additional 2 in honor of those hostages who are still held in Gaza, and in hopes that they are returned home speedily. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. We continue in welcoming Shabbat with the words of Kabbalat Shabbat, page 14, Or Zarua Latzadik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha, ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha, ul yishrei lev simcha. Ga la 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 la, ga la la, ga la la. Latzadik, ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik, ul yishrei lev simcha, ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik, ul yishrei lev simcha, ul yishrei lev simcha. Ga la la. Page 20, Lecha Dodi. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likra Likrat Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likra Likrat Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. La 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 Lecha Dodi, Likra Likrat Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Likra Likrat Kala, B'nei B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, tishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, Hashem u'tiferet v'litzila. La 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 Lecha Dodi, Likra Likrat Kala, B'nei pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Kiva orech kumi ori, uri, shir dal bevi. Kevod Adonai halayich nigla la lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela la lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom Atzeret bala, Gam besimcha uvetzola, Zoch emunei am segula, Boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela la lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Please be seated.
This time I'd like to call upon Max Brown.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Max Brown. Today I will be talking to you about how our class has thought about and interpreted prayer. During one of our classes, we went through an exercise where we described how prayers make us feel through metaphors. Here are just a few of the examples of some creative expressions written by my classmates. One of my classmates said, "Prayer is like a mountain because it reminds me of camp. Some see it as skiing, some see it as snow, but the reason I ran to this one is because of CMC. Camp is something that I'll never be able to let go of or forget, no matter how hard I try, especially since I am no longer able to go back as a camper. Every song, every scent, every phrase brings me back to the tall green mountains. I'll forever be grateful to be able to experience some of the best memories of my life there, because those are the times when I remember I was the happiest. Prayer is like a mountain." Another one of my classmates said, "Prayer is like Israel. It can be observed by many different religions, or it can just be Jewish. Prayer is like Israel. It's complicated. It really makes you think about the world and consider the things going on in it. Prayer is like Israel. It gives you something to lean on. It gives you some sense of home, whether you are one or not. It is there to support you no matter what." One more classmate said, "Prayer is like DNA. It's in everything, and it lives somewhere in everything. Everyone, even if they don't know it, has prayer inside of them, and they just have to find what it looks like to them. Everyone's prayer is a little bit different, and that's what makes it unique. DNA is inside every living thing, and no matter what religion you are or what species you are, we can all tap into it and find out what it means to us whenever we see fit." Thank you.
Part of the beauty of the prayer and just the last one and thinking about the DNA and what makes up community and a kahal are the individuals that are surrounding us as well. So as we invite you to rise in a moment as we join together for our formal call to worship, page 146 for the Baruch Hu. I invite you to turn to someone in front of you, behind you, around you, introduce yourself, say Shabbat Shalom. Take a moment.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
As we turn to page 146, rise if you are able as we join together for the Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Barechu et Adonai. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Yelalai lai lai Yelalai lai lai Yelalai lai lai Yelalai lai lai Yelalai
Call upon Delilah.
Shabbat Shalom. If you don't already know me, my name is Delilah Shulman. When we were given options on how to contribute to our confirmation ceremony, I immediately knew I wanted to give a speech about sleepaway camp, because it has been a huge part in shaping me and my Jewish identity throughout the last 5 years of my life. I started going to Camp Mountain Chai the summer before 6th grade. I remember getting on the bus on the verge of tears after saying goodbye to my mom. I was so scared to be away from my family for 2 weeks. 24 hours in, I was having the time of my life and never wanted to leave. I immediately knew this would be my summer home for the rest of my childhood. The next year was COVID and my bat mitzvah. So much was taken from me that year, like my bat mitzvah celebration with my family and second year at camp. I was absolutely devastated and started to lose faith in being a Jew. I began to care less and think about not continuing with my faith in the future. As soon as I stepped foot back at camp the next summer, all the pain and doubt completely left me. Camp has taught me to find joy and love in every aspect of life and Judaism. If you asked me my favorite activity at camp at age 11, I would have said Shabbat. And now at 16, it still is. The whole camp gets all dressed up in white, everyone is smiling, and all the problems in the world disappear. The Shabbat services at camp have always meant so much to me, to be with my Jewish friends, singing and truly believing in love. Everything is peaceful in that moment, and nothing else matters. Camp gave me some of the most important lessons and people in my life. It has taught me that Judaism doesn't have to look the same for every single person. Your relationship with Judaism is shaped by what you want it to look like and what you believe in. I never would have learned that if it wasn't for CMC. If I told 13-year-old me that CMC was my favorite place on the planet, she would have never believed that such a profound love for being Jewish came back. Thank you.
Page 149.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam,
Will you please be seated? This time I'd like to call upon Elijah to lead us in the Ve'ahavta, page 150.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, ושרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אלוהיכם אמת.
As we're approaching Michamocha in a moment, I'm thinking of an event, an experience that I was able to share with many in the confirmation class this year in Washington, D.C. I think this was my 22nd Litaken conference. And so I have a little bit of experience knowing how our students work, and what they do down in Washington, D.C. is they go to the political arm of the reform movement, and we learn how to lobby. They learn how to lobby our Congress. They learn how to lobby the staffers, senators, Congress people in order to do the work of justice. So confirmation isn't just about leading a service, although they're doing quite well, don't you think? But it's more than that. It's much more about using your hands and your hearts, using your minds, using your soul to work for the injustices in the world. And so figuring out how to legislate and how to wrestle with what are the bones of our government, and trying to do your part and to add your voice is a lot to learn in 72 hours. But they did it. And from Friday evening to Monday morning, getting up to go to Capitol Hill and lobbying in Congress, in the Senate, in the office, in the Senate, in the House, is a remarkable thing to see. And when you experience it as an educator or a rabbi, and you watch your students evolve and create something powerful, their words become forceful, and you know that you're going to see it in the future. And so when I think of the Michamocha, I think of the expansiveness that each of them offered in that moment. They took what they did not even know in themselves, and throughout a weekend, they evolved and blossomed like these flowers. But they came to experience so much more. They came to give us depth and heart, and they intertwined and made it interwoven within the context of their own Jewish identities. There was nothing inauthentic about what they were sharing. They shared about issues and passions that they had, and they gave it a Jewish spin, and then they added their heart. And so with that, that's what Michamocha is about opening up to our expansiveness and giving our fullness of heart and blessing. And so with their powers, with their words, with all that they gave us, we turn to page 152. We join together in Michamocha.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la ya la la. Yai la ya la la. Ya la la. Kamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norat idot veled, zehidot veled Adonai yimlo leolam ba'ed. Malechutecha ravu banecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam. Ze Eliyanu ve'amru, ze Eliyanu ve'amru, Adonai yimlo leolam ba'ed. Yai la la, yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Oh, Adonai, Amen. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ,
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
I'd like to call upon Addie.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I hope you are all having a lovely evening. Thank you to everyone here tonight. My name is Addie, and I'm a religious school student in the class of 2026. And I would like to share about my remarkable experience at Beth Israel and what I have learned thus far. Curiosity. I have always been curious. Curious about my Jewish identity, curious about the way I impact my congregation, and curious about how the class of 2026 will evolve together. Through my curiosity, I have come to realize what is so beautiful about Beth Israel, how it intricately nurtures our blended Jewish identities without tarnishing our individualism, how we all experience life differently through different lenses and perspectives, but we all come together Tuesday nights to celebrate our shared encounters. There is something so special about having an outlet outside of school, sports, and family to express the highs and lows of being a Jewish teen in 2024. This year has been especially difficult to navigate, and yet brought us closer in such an exceptional way. Having the opportunity to not only be a part of this community, but have an impact has been extraordinary. I will forever appreciate our entangled conversations, excellent curriculum, and the deliberately crafted time we had to explore our curiosities. I would like to thank the class of 2026 and everyone who has made this year special. Thank you for teaching, supporting, and nourishing our minds.
We continue with our Amidah. We join together. Page 46.
155.
155, thank you. I knew it was wrong on the menu. I knew it. Rabbi Cantor Gimbal. I don't know. Just kidding. We continue with, I should have looked there, I see.
Yeah.
We continue with the Amidah. I invite you to rise as you're able. We'll begin together. We continue silently weaving the fabric of your own prayers within your hearts. Those found in the prayer book pages are Sidurim. And when you're finished and completed with your prayer, you may be seated.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 V'yagid Uv'yagid Tehilateh. chesed ibanem, Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai. Olam chesed ibanem, Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai. Olam chesed ibanem, Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai. Olam chesed ibanem, Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai. I will build this world from love. Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai. You must build this world from love. Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai. If we build this world from love, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai, then God will build this world from love, yalalai, lai, lai, yalalai, lai. Olam chesed ibanem, Yelalai, lai, lai, yelalai, lai.
This time, I'd like to call upon Ella.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Ella Pearl, and when I began this year, I did not imagine the roller coaster of life would take me down so low and up so high. Although it had its unexpected downs, they were met with unforgettable, meaningful experiences. The tragedies of October 7th were never something I thought I would endure as a Jewish teen. They must never be forgotten and will always continue to be a tragedy for the Jewish people. Despite this devastation within the Jewish community, there has also been an even greater response of unity and resilience. As a Jewish teen, seeing my strong role models maintain Jewish pride and celebration even in these difficult times continue to inspire me to live Jewishly. Directly after October 7th, the struggles I faced challenged my Jewish identity, but soon after, I realized the best way to heal was to connect instead of disconnect. The tragedy of October 7th didn't uproot me. It turns out that the seeds I had planted were able to grow even in darkness. I found the sunlight within my community. I leaned on my Jewish youth groups, camp and CBI friends, family, and non-Jewish allies. Although I was already connected in the Jewish community, I was able to strengthen these bonds. Being co-president of Jewish Student Union Club at my school, I watched as our attendance went up and everyone was able to come together and show support with a universal feeling of understanding within the room. Coming to Congregation Beth Israel was a constant in my life that I could lean on for support and Jewish pride. Every Tuesday and Sunday, I could count on seeing a thriving group of Jewish people continuing to display resilience, strength, and hope. So, as I continue to grow my Jewish identity, I know that despite cold and rainy winters, ultimately the flowers will bloom. Shabbat Shalom.
We recognize that no matter what we are celebrating, there are those in our community that are experiencing their own cold and rainy winters because of illness in their family, their friends, or perhaps themselves. This Shabbat, we are mindful in our prayers for healing of Ernie Abbott, Aviva Rivka Bayonena, Steve Benkel, Sherry Bloom, Sandy Boodman, Rachel Chasin, Chaya Bat Zacharia Ubriana, Warren Dean, Martha Dubin, Walter Ehrenpreis, Pearl Elkind, Helen Flaster, Sandy Flaster, Larry Freisen, Deborah Frischer, Demid Ben Daria Besedin, Denise Garrick, Stephen Goldstein, Adi Hadar, Anita Hosenpud, Barbara Jaffe, Alfredo Jalowiski, Sarah Johns, Evelyn Jones, Ruth Jordan, Beth Kalal, Richard Kitson, Edith Kodmer, Milton Kodmer, Jessica Kretzer, Leah Batmaita Vanachem, Shani Langford, Angela LaRue, Kelly Lewis, Marshall J. Lewis, Yulia Labuvnia, Jim McIndoe, Lisa Nelson, Laura Norton, Ann Cisco Polin, David Powell, Sharon Resnick, Sharon Ritter, Aaron Rose, Luis Russell, Galina Rybolchenko, Rosa Santiago, Jenny Schnitzer, Rhonda Schwartz, Lynn Schafferman, Judy Scheinbein, Bernice Sicklick, Marcy Siegel, Silko Bat Yaakov Upesha, Christopher Smith, Chuck Stigliano, Hugo Stolper, Talia Batdevora Upesa, John Clayton Uri, Elka Venstra, Kathy Weil, Jim Worsley, Marissa Worsley, and Yaakov Abraham Ben Fagelchana. Perhaps there's a name on your heart that you would like to add to our prayers for healing. I invite you to share those names as our eyes meet. We join together in our prayer for healing, page 253. A blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebera imoteinu mekor Abraham. Bless those in need of healing. turn to page 259 as we offer our prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim, Zur Yisrael v'Gohalo, Barechet Medinat Yisrael, Rishit Michat Geulateinu. We join together in the English. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shielded beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Bashamayim, Zur Yisrael v'Gohalo, Barechet Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Michat Geulateinu.
Shabbat Shalom. My group and I would like to present a video that we made with our confirmation class. The video is a tour of our synagogue. Throughout the video, we will be speaking with different staff and students about why the synagogue is important to them. We hope you enjoy. I'm here with Elise down at the playground. Elise, why is this space important to you?
This is important to me because this is where I got to build a lot of memories that weren't only in the classroom and where I got closer with everyone throughout the years.
What is a specific memory that you have here?
When COVID first started, we all had classes just on the field. I thought that was really nice.
Thank you for your time. We are down here at the grand staircase with Max. Max, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, bro?
I'm good, thanks for asking. What is a specific memory that you have down here?
Well, I don't just have one specific memory. I have memories from all of my years here. Every year in the fall, we always go up to camp in Big Bear area, and it all starts and it ends here. Before we leave, everyone's happy because they know what they're about to do for the next 2 days. And then when you come back, you end here and you're just thinking about all those awesome memories and all the fun times you just had over the past couple days, and you just can't wait for the next year.
Thank you so much. We are here in the office with Raphael. Raphael, how was your day?
Honestly, my day's been pretty good. I was out of town for a little while, so it was nice to come back here today.
Great to hear it. Why is the office a special place for you?
Oh man, the office of the religious school is a really special place to me because I get to work with so many of the great students we have here, and not just work with as students. It's always been a real honor for me to work with them as co-workers too, which is a really special privilege, I feel.
Do you have any specific memories for us?
Oh, any specific memories specifically in the office, I assume. When I first started here, this first or second week that I was actually working here, somebody said to me, okay, and can you just plan a quick activity for the kids? Can you just put something together? It's going to be a Tuesday night, anything. And I didn't really have any ideas, but I had been running this dinosaur adoption gig for a little while, a couple years. And so I pulled that out, and a lot of the teens that I still work with today adopted dinosaurs that day. And it's pretty cool that I still have people come up to me to this day and say, here's the dinosaur I adopted 4 years ago from you. I have a lot of respect for taking care of a dinosaur that well.
Thank you so much. I'm here in the courtyard with Ella. Ella, how was your day?
My day was good. How was your day, Jackson?
My day was good, thanks for asking. Ella, why is the courtyard a special place for you?
The courtyard is a special place for me because I used to run around here as a little kid when I was here in preschool. And then I used to come here on Sunday mornings and we do our morning circle for Hebrew school. And now we do morning circle for Hebrew school, but instead of being one of the kids, I get to be a madrika.
Thank you. I'm here with Natalie in Ema's room. Natalie, how was your day?
It's pretty good, thank you.
All right, why is this room special to you?
This room's special to me because, as you can see, there's a bunch of Madrahim shirts on the wall, and it inspired me to be a Madrahim. And then I also remember specifically learning how to count in this room in Hebrew. Yeah.
Can you please count to 3 for us?
Echad, Shtayim, Shalosh.
Thank you. We are in the chapel with Abigail. Abigail, how was your day?
Fabulous. How was yours?
My day was great, thanks for asking. Why is the chapel special to you?
Because each of our confirmation classes have been located here in this chapel.
Do you have any specific memories you'd like to tell us about?
Yes, I do. Some of my favorite memories are when we all sat in a circle together and had our discussions as a group. One of my specific memories is when we talked about what God meant to us, and it was a very lovely and great experience.
Thank you.
Seen in the video, the synagogue's purpose ranges beyond its excellent religious teachings. It also serves as a constant and dependable source of inclusiveness, warmth, and support. Knowing you can always count on something or someone is integral to one's life, and CBI does just that. So remember, you're never alone and can always find that necessary support here in this community. Thank you.
We'd like to call up Lily, Abby, and Savion to present this beautiful visual that we have been able to look at all service long.
Our group decided to express and share our Jewish identity through art. We digitally made an artwork portraying a Jewish star with vines intertwined and growing through it. The Jewish star symbolizes the solidity and consistency of Judaism, and the vines around it represent all of us growing and connecting ourselves with Jewish values and creating our Jewish identity.
As we are all being more connected with Judaism, we are all developing what being Jewish means to each of us, as well as understanding the importance of it.
Throughout this year, our classes learned a lot about different types and aspects of Judaism, about what makes Judaism unique to us and our experiences.
Even though we each have our different stories from our different experiences, as we share parts of our Jewish identity with each other, we become connected through this community. Not only does our Jewish identity make us recognize that we're all unique, but it also shows us that we're all united.
These experiences that grow and combine with each other are what we had in mind while creating this artwork. We wanted to portray our blooming and growing Jewish identities.
Three, isn't it? I will open my eyes. I will not look away. I will use this gift I've been given every day. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. Change the world. will give of myself. I will reach out my hand. I will use this heart I've been given to take a stand. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu b'tzelem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu b'tzelem Elohim. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. I will fight for the truth. I'll stand up for what's right. I will use this strength I've been given to be alive. Let's sing together. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
Don't sit just yet. I'm going to ask all of you to come up here for a moment. You can leave the flowers if you haven't put them in yet. Just leave those down. Come on up. I'm going to ask everyone if you can rise, if you're able, please. We're going to make like a circle, big circle. We're going to do like a big circle. Keep going, keep going. You got this. Yeah, you got it. Promise. It's been a joy. It's been a privilege. It's been a horrible year. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's been a year that many of us could have sunk into ourselves. We could have shut off the world. We could have said, you know what, I can't deal with anything more. I can't add any more to my plate. And each of you said, this is important to me, for whatever the reason. Perhaps your parents pushed you a little bit. Perhaps you said to yourself, I need community. Perhaps this is what you do on Tuesday nights, so you continued. Whatever the reason, you stand here. Why you're standing here on this weekend? Because it's Shavuot. Shavuot means weeks in Hebrew. We are counting the Omer, as we will do in a moment. And we are getting ready to receive the Matan Torah, the gift of receiving Torah at Sinai, next week. And so the closest Shabbat, we always try to bring the idea of receiving your own knowledge, your own identity, your own thoughts, your own passions. You expressed it so beautifully through different mediums, through art, through video, through song, through writing, through prayer. All of that is encompassing of this incredibly diverse, unique class. And trust me, if you knew them, you know some of them, many of you, but you don't know all of them. If you knew all of them, you'd know how unique each of them are and how special each of them are as well. They share things with us that I don't know if other groups would have shared in the past, because I think there's a level of intimacy and trust that perhaps they created amongst themselves and we had the fortunate benefit of joining in. Perhaps also the onset of October 7th and beyond created a more cohesive unit, but each of you have given your all. You've given it to this moment, and you're going to continue to give it. And God willing, we're standing in Jerusalem in December and seeing what all of this helps us to understand, how we stand firm in our identity, how we can still debate and wrestle and still stand strong and tall for who we are and what we know in our tradition. And so you stand in front of the Torahs. One of these Torahs, this Torah was rescued from the Holocaust. This Torah, I don't exactly know the age of it, but I can tell you it's seen more than we want to ever know. And we're seeing more than we want to ever know. But this Torah continues to live and continues to thrive and continues to be utilized in education and teaching. These Torahs are all living documents and testimony to what we stand for as a community. And so our hope and our prayer is in this moment and beyond this moment, that you just don't stand here in your beautiful white and look all incredible as a unit, but that each of you individually brings your gifts to this collective community that stands ready with you in this moment. And so it has been our humble honor and privilege to have the opportunity, as many teachers in the past, to teach you. So I'm going to invite Jessica Kretzer, I'm going to invite Rose Orlovich to come and join us in this moment, as they have been your teachers too in many ways, either in the classroom or outside along the way. And they'll join us in the Bima. And we get to offer you a very special blessing that we pass down from generation to generation. We're going to gather together. Come on. We're all going to come together. Come on in. Come in.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lachem shalom.
May God's presence be with each and every one of you. May be granted health and long life to courage to fill it with much joy and much blessing, and always the gift of peace. As we all say together,
Ken yehi ratzon.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov. You may be seated. This time I'd like to call upon the president of our congregation, John Lefter.
I thought I may be seated, but I guess not. Shabbat Shalom. My name is John Lefter. I'm the president of the board, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our services tonight. And before I proceed with our revised announcements, I would like to first congratulate Elijah for becoming a bar mitzvah tomorrow morning. Congratulations, as well as to his parents, Roy and Laura, and sibling Gabriel. So Mazel Tov. I would also like to congratulate our 10th grade confirmation class, rather. It's been an amazing experience to watch your journey over the years, and we truly look forward to everything that your future holds for you. This upcoming week, as Senior Rabbi Navarre has already shared, we will celebrate the festival of Shavuot beginning on sundown on Tuesday, June 11th. And therefore, on Wednesday, June 12th at 10 a.m., we invite you to join us in the Foster Family Chapel for our Shavuot Discourse service and the lunch to follow. To close out the week, our highly anticipated annual move outside to the Price Family Courtyard for our Erev Shabbat Services will commence on Friday, June 14th. And therefore, I hope that you will join me in celebrating Shabbat under the stars. If we did our job right, you should have received many invitations in your inbox to register for the event. It's always a fun event, and of course, food will be plenty. Finally, as it is true every week, I would like to thank the women of Beth Israel as well as the Men's Club for graciously welcoming us tonight for services. And because I realize our announcements in the past and our website has so much to remember, don't worry about remembering it all. You can always go to our website or seek out one of us, somebody who wears a badge, somebody who knows what they're doing here, and always ask them for any information about our upcoming events. And now I will take a big risk. We've cut out the announcements around the parking information, parking validation. I know that's a big risk to not share that information with you. You'll find instructions outside as well as the validation tickets. And if you get stuck trying to get out of our parking lot, I will deny any knowledge of it. And I'll say I received not the right counsel from our senior rabbi. So welcome again, Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I invite you to turn to page 278 in your prayer books. As I mentioned before, we are in the counting of our Omer. And we join together. Hinene mochanu zman lekayem mitzvat aseh shel sfirat ha'omer.
I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer.
We join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer.
Our praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. Hayom shisha v'arba'im yom shechem shisha shvuot v'arba'a yamim la'omer. Today is the 46 days, which is 6 weeks and 4 days of the Omer. We begin to conclude our beautiful service this evening as we join together on page 282. We rise, if you are able. We continue with the Elena.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol Lateit gerula leyotzer bereshit Shelo asanu kigoye haratzot Velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama Shelo sam chelkeinu kahem V'gor aleinu kechol amonam Va'anachnu koreim u'mishavim u'modim Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad U'shemo
Will you please be seated? we take a moment to reflect on those that we've loved and lost, those who are no longer physically with us, but those who continue to live on our hearts and in our memories. And if you hear the name of a loved one, I invite you to rise in your place so that we may acknowledge your presence and we can hold you collectively in our hearts as well. Our congregation is recalling the recent passing of Maxine Schoenwald, survived by her husband Arthur, her son Scott Schoenwald, and his wife Alicia, her daughter Ellen, and her husband Matthew, and 3 grandchildren Micah and Faith and Chase. She was preceded by her sister Harriet. In this period of Shiva, we think of Ivan Boski. In this period of Shloshim, these 30 days past burial, we reflect on Robert Edenbaum, Judy Horowitz-Glenn, Donald Schneider, Shirley Donenfeld, and Carol Miller. And in this time, through seasons past, we recall Lothar Abraham, Annie Antical, Elizabeth Barringer, Jan Bernard Fisher, Joseph Bronstein, Samuel Buckner, Paul Christian, Arthur Cohen, Samuel Coyne, Dottie Coleman, Ethel Dannenberg, Dora Edelstein, Louis Eisenberg, Regina E. Elfenbein, Pearl Elkind, Hilda Feynman, Helen Fisher, Harry Fram, Ray Friedman, Bessie Gelbtuck, Nathan Ginsberg, Howard Glenn, Jeanette Goldberg, Milagros Goldberg, Robert T. Gould, Betty Gratt, Catherine L. Griffin, Suzanne Gus Baker, Elizabeth Hall, Ida Haralick, William Harris, Janet Henry, Ruth Hirth, Mars Hyman, Selma Caden, Bessie Koffler, Louis Kopelman, Pina Levy-Korn, Robert Kroll, Jeanette Kernow, Jack Kurtz, Oscar Leverant, Edward Levin, Susan D. Levin, Arthur Levinson, Thelma Levison, James Lieberman, Rose Lieberman, Philip M. Liebschutz, Bernie Lips, Rose Laurie, Virginia Lyons, Nellie Ruth Madison, Basia Manischewitz, Leon Mann, David S. Markle, Annabelle Marshall, Nathan Nadell, Max Nelson, Ruth Nelson, Max Nemitz, June Shapiro Navarez, Leslie M. Newton, Sarah Norns, Israel Nurok, Gertrude Perrell, Sarah Platt, Marie Refson, Dean Rostovsky, Isaac Rubin, Miriam Rubin, Uzi Sadek, Thomas Santor, Alan Sapowith, Abraham Scher, Ernest Schoen, Sonia Schoen, Jean Schoenberg, Joyce Seaman, Cookie Harlan Serwin, William Chavelle, Robert Shearer, Robert Temkin, Henry Thaler, Esther Trance, Mark Welland, Hal Wingard, Bertha Zamora, and Bertha Zucker. If there was a name that was not shared that you'd like to be honored this evening, I invite you to rise in your place as I call upon that name. As we join as sacred community on page 294, we say together, Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu. La'ela mikol berchata v'shirata. Tush berchata v'nechemata. Damiran be'ama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav uyaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories ever continue to inspire and be for a blessing, as together we say, amen. Before we close this beautiful confirmation Shabbat service, we're going to join together, and then Natalie and Avi are going to share our final words before we say Motzi. And just a reminder that for our confirmands and their families, we will be meeting in the North Social Hall for our wonderful confirmation dinner. So we conclude, as always, in our congregation. Put your prayer books down, place your arms around one another, and we join together in this prayer of hope and healing and peace. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'romav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Oseh Shalom b'romav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Oseh Shalom b'romav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru
And as Natalie and Avi make their way up here, thank you to our amazing musicians, as always, for inspiring us and adding so much beauty to our services this evening.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Natalie and this is Avi. We all love food, but do you ever think about the meaning of certain foods? There are a few Jewish foods that come to mind when we think of having a special place in our lives. Avi and I both grew up around a family who makes challah, and some really good challah. Challah, until this past October, has always just been my favorite Shabbat food and breakfast on the following Saturday morning. But ever since October 7th, it has had a different meaning to me and my family. Ever since the unforgettable events, my mom has made it her mission to make challah every single Shabbat to honor those who are still being held hostage, as well as those who have lost their lives for just simply being Jewish. Now, whether I smell the challah the second I walk in the door from practice, eat it with my family on Shabbat, or toasting it the next morning, I'm reminded of all the blessings I am grateful to have, including having all of my family connected and home together, a safe place to sleep, food available, shelter, and especially able to be a Jewish teenager while still being able to express my religion with still having the comfort of safety in my everyday life. And I will forever be grateful for that.
Another one of the foods that has had an impact on our lives recently is hamantashen. Although hamantashen seems like a silly Jewish treat for a fun holiday, it holds a serious story that reminds us of resilience against the dark forces in our world now and then. We grew up knowing only parts of the story of Purim, and recently this year, when we are learning about our Jewish identities, we are taught the real story, and we can now look at the story at a deeper perspective, which offers us more meaning. One of the things that I was fortunate to be able to do was make hamantashen with my family and bring them to friends and classmates at school to teach them about Purim and how hamantashen isn't just a delicious food, it's a food which holds meaning. Natalie and I are both very fortunate to have realized what value food has played into our lives, not only keeping us alive, but helping us understand our true identity and having a different perspective on Jewish foods. Now we don't just think of them as delicious foods that we are very grateful to be eating, but we think of the story that they hold in our lives and other lives. So for that, we are very grateful. Please join us in Hamotzi.
We join together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Turn to someone behind you, around you. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom.